exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Long story short, she swears I didn't even start that battle. Santa Claus the movie with Dudley Moore.
Yes.
Is part one of the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
No. That's not even close to being accurate.
No, I didn't. She said it, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Your sister believes that the 1982 Dudley Moore vehicle Santa Claus is the first...
The Santa Claus, which, I mean...
So there's 4 movies in the Santa Claus universe.
Yeah, but so there's Santa Claus
according
the movie,
to her.
And then the Santa Claus is even spelled differently with an E because
it's
the
a clause.
Yeah.
It's a Santa Claus.
I didn't get into it. Yes.
You agreed with her?
Well, I didn't agree. I just said nothing, which is an agreement in silence, I guess. Yeah.
No, I would have to argue that.
No, that's just...
No, I mean, all you got to do is Google it.
It's going to end in awkwardness. You'll kind of bicker back and forth, and then someone's uppity, and they go to the internet, and then I'm right, you're wrong, then I'm sorry, I was wrong, over the Santa Claus.
Prime example, tonight, my wife and I.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. Whoopsie daisy.
Prime example, tonight, my wife makes a Regis Philbin reference.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's sad, he died last year. She goes, Regis isn't dead. I was like, oh, Regis is dead. Dead. Regis Philbin. And she goes, no, he's still around. Nope, he's dead. I said, you know what? I'll look it up. And I looked it up.
Yeah.
You know what?
What's that?
Regis isn't dead.
That's what I was going to ask when he died. I did not remember that.
Anyway, I'm still alive.
But it was an awkward ending, right?
No, I mean...
You had to apologize for Regis Philbin living.
I was just like, I guess he is alive. And that was the end of it.
Yeah, that would bother me too much.
That you were wrong?
Yeah.
So, before we get into the show proper, do you want to explain what happened last week?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've had an episode, right?
But we recorded 2 episodes last week.
That's true.
Boy, we did.
Without getting too technical, we have a new audio recording setup.
This is part of the ongoing saga of audio problems in this show that have plagued the show as of late.
Yeah. The new device we use has 2 options for like an external mic or a nice internal mic. We use the fancy mics.
Right.
And, the wrong button was pressed. It happens. And we used the external.
So I could have released that episode.
And it sounded, like talking through a Campbell's soup can.
It would have been imagining you were here over in the corner listening to Adam and I talk.
Right.
That's exactly. And then occasionally I pick up the recorder and look at it and put it down. You would think every time I looked at it, I would have realized, oh, we're not recording.
Yeah.
Nope. We went through a whole episode.
Nope.
Actually, an episode and a half. And then I realized that I had the wrong mic
It's
setting.
fine.
And just shut it down. We just shut it down instantly. It's like, do we want to do it again? Nope.
I mean, at that point, it was midnight, 12:30.
Yeah, it was real late.
Yeah, you can't just start fresh at 12:30.
And then I was like, well, maybe I could clean it up a little bit and release it. No.
Yeah, it's impossible.
No. I wouldn't listen to that, so I don't expect anybody else would either.
Yeah, that's
Either
rough.
there was good stuff on there, Adam.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's tough. Those devices are nice. We won't, bash or proclaim the love of that device, but it's... The internal's fantastic. External shouldn't even exist.
No, I don't know what's wrong with it.
I've had to use that in general. I think they're all, I don't know.
Yeah, and the external mics weren't even pointed in the right direction.
Right, yeah.
It's part of the problem.
But even if they are, which I've heard podcasts do that, just kind of conference call style, put it in the middle of a table and just talk.
Whoa, who would listen to that?
Yeah,
listen to that garbage.
It happens.
So how was Halloween?
Oh wow, that's the last time.
2 weeks ago. And then our last episode was what, a week or 2 weeks before that?
Was that the Super Show?
Yeah.
That was the last one? Wow.
That's the last one we posted.
Wow. You seem cold over there. You all right?
I've got my Freddy sweater
You do
on.
have your Freddy sweater.
Because
Man.
I was in the garage.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cold because we haven't moved to Studio B yet.
We shouldn't. I like this. I like the cozy, comfy,
You
candling.
say this now.
I like
Look
it.
how cold it is now. And it's only like 49 degrees outside.
I don't think it's that cold. It's not bad.
Imagine what it's going to be like when it's, 0.
Yeah.
And we're recording. We see our breath as we record.
I am the day after Christmas going to Wisconsin again this year, so I'll be in that again for a week.
Why do you guys do that to yourselves?
Well, it's family, but it's also fun to see the 10 feet of snow.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know how disappointed I was? Well, disappointed is a bad word. But how uncomfortable I was that during my summer vacation this year, I was playing in snow.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to
You were mad about that.
I was mad about that. I was mad that it was cold. I was mad that we're on summer vacation and
Yeah.
we can't use one of the roads because they're closed down due to snow.
I mean, do you actually like the heat, though?
I love it so much.
Really?
I love it so much.
Like, have you always, or is that a newer thing?
It's really come on, I would say, right around mid-30s.
Really?
Last decade.
Maybe
good
my
decade.
time is here. Because I wish, I mean, where we live, it is warmer more than cold here, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So it'd be nice to not be miserable 3/4 of the year.
I remember when I was in high school and junior high, I loved dreary, cold, cloudy, rainy days.
That is me right now.
I loved them.
Currently.
And I hate it. When I graduated from high school, I gave serious thought to, you know what? I could do well in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
I should move to Seattle
I would still love to. We talk about it.
because I would love.
Theoretically.
No, I would die within the first 6 months.
I hate the sun. It's worthless to me.
Like I get a touch of the seasonal depression as it is.
Really?
Imagine if I lived in that climate.
Interesting. I wonder what, like, from both sides, the psychological reason behind that. That's weird.
That I don't like it, or that it switched.
Well, both. Like why you don't and why I do. That's weird.
I don't know.
And why it switched. Yeah. Like I get mad at the sun. I don't like it one bit.
Like
It's in my eyes, makes me sweaty, hot. It's just not good. I want it to blow up.
It's all that vitamin D.
Yeah.
All that vitamin D, baby.
Just drink your milk. Take a gummy. Do something else.
It's warm.
I know.
Like my hands turn blue right around this time of year and remain blue until like April.
No exaggeration. I was driving around today with the AC on blast in my car.
Why?
I just like it.
Do you think maybe you're a psychopath?
I don't think so. I've always been like this. Even like as a small child, I remember like coming in outside in the summertime. I didn't do any crazy work, but it was just kind of hot outside, and I would crawl. And this is back when they had I guess they still have the vent, the vents in the floors, and I would just crawl and just lay on it, and that AC would just go right in my nostrils for an hour straight, and I would just suck it in.
I remember doing that when
Yeah.
I was a kid, but it was after I was like hauling hay all day.
Yeah.
Working outside.
In general, I just hate the heat. I've always hated it.
I remember laying
Always have.
on the vent.
Yeah. Felt good and nice.
So we tried to record a show last week and it didn't work. Halloween, we're well past Halloween.
Yeah, we're closer to Thanksgiving now. By the time next week's episode is the week before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We can do our official Thanksgiving talk.
Turkey talk.
Yeah, our favorite Thanksgiving dishes.
But in that episode that we tried to record, we talked about how our Halloweens were. It was cold and rainy on Halloween.
Yeah.
We had 3 trick-or-treaters the entire night.
Yeah.
You took your daughter out,
Well,
right?
she was sick. She had an ear
was
infection.
sick.
Yeah.
But
so
I remember she was dressed up.
Yeah, we just in the house played around.
Oh.
She.
I wanted to dress her up.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about her costume?
Yeah. So she has a big kind of puffy afro hairstyle in general. So we did some Richard Simmons.
It was perfect. It was amazing. It was
fun.
amazing.
We did the whole. I mean, the sweating to the oldies tank top. We had our own suits. Like we're going to dress like 80s workout people behind her, but it was just her for that night. It was good. We had one. Did I tell you what happened with the one trick or treater we had? Did I tell you that story? So she was sick with an ear infection. Earlier in the day, they have what's called a snot sucker.
I know
Have
what
you
you're
heard?
talking
Like,
about.
it's called a nose Frida. Imagine a long tube, and one end of it has a filter like a siphon hose, and the parent sucks that in where the snot sucks out of their nose,
Right.
but it's saved in like a little receptacle.
It's very akin to a Vietnamese torture device.
Sure, yeah. To the kid, it is. They
Yeah.
see that. I mean, it's sucking their brains out, so they hate it. So we did that earlier, and pretty much with her syringe of medicine, she thought that was the same device. So she sees that and freaks out. So I have her in my lap trying to give her this medicine. She's freaking out. As she does this, her legs are wailing, and she stomps on my left testicle.
Oh.
And so I throw her to the side, and I really like
I throw her out the window.
my left eye honestly went blind for like 2 seconds.
I can't believe
Like
that.
the actual saying of seeing stars. I saw so many, like it was just, and so I do this and I scream and I fall down so dramatically. I'm like, a fat 10-year-old Adam on the vent. I fall to the floor like my nose is on the floor, and I'm down for the count, like down. Now I'm doing this. I'm wailing in pain, crying. The baby's crying. The dog's going nuts, and then you hear,
Trick or treat.
And so we didn't answer the door at all. They just kind of went away. But that was it. I remember writhing in pain hearing the knock of the trick-or-treater.
Oh, my gosh.
That was terrible pain. I went blind for a few seconds.
I can believe that. I totally believe that.
Like, no exaggeration. I told my wife, like, I don't know what happened, but it was almost death.
I totally can understand.
It was a stomp. Like, I was sitting down on the chair. You can imagine, like, the
old Richard Simmons
the
stomp.
old silly putty smush, right?
Oh.
Old Richard Simmons.
Oh. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so that was our trick-or-treater. Did you try the zombie Skittles this year?
No.
Man, they're rough.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they taste like?
Rotten zombie flesh is what it's advertised as.
Oh.
Have you seen these?
I'm not.
So it's they have 5 brand new flavors. They each have like a dirty like Halloween name, like bloody whatever, ghoulish whatever, mortified, mummified melon, stuff like that. But the flavors are delicious.
Yeah.
They've brought back just for this. But randomly, 1 out of every 10 is rotten zombie flesh.
Right.
It's not, the color could be the exact same as a melon color or a cherry color. You have no idea until you pop it, and then it's a random rotten zombie flavor. It was pretty bad.
It's like Birdie Bots.
Yeah, but it was just that what was very, very little.
Yeah.
So, 1 out of every 10. And that's one of the full batch. So you could go a whole bag and have one. You
So
could have a
is
whole
it supposed
bag
to
and go 5.
replicate rotten flesh? Is exactly what it's supposed to taste like?
It was pretty bad.
Is that a good idea?
It was, and so I'm eating these all day for Halloween in preparation to get in the mood, and we have to take our daughter to the doctor that night. It's like 9:30 on Halloween in the doctor's office. And I start farting zombie flesh. It came right out. It was embarrassing. It was straight what went in my mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
it was really bad.
So
I should have brought those. I have like 5 packs left.
I don't want any.
No, you're curious.
No, I'm not curious.
I
I'm
had
not that
I had a
curious.
lot of them.
What's a lot?
Like 3 or 4 bags. I have the fun size bags. Mm-hmm. And so I had 5 or 6 of the rotten zombies.
Yeah.
That's all it took, though. You should try them. It's more like a rotten fruit.
Not flesh.
Well, I don't know what rotten flesh tastes like, but this tasted like to me it's like rotten fruit.
It's probably similar.
Yeah, that's true. Just one big fruit. It was like that.
So it sounds like you had a terrible Halloween.
Yeah. That's why I'm already into full-time Christmas mode right now.
Can't go with you to Christmas
I'm here.
mode. I don't want to go to Christmas
My
time.
Halloween was nothing. I didn't really have a Halloween, so we're in full-time Christmas mode.
We've already had my Christmas.
Really?
That's Halloween.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now it's just a countdown to warmer months for me at
You're
this
a
point.
Christmas hater, huh?
To say you hate Christmas
It's pretty realistic.
sounds a little harsh.
Yeah.
But
You're a Scrooger.
I'm not a fan.
You're a Scrooger. You're a humbug. Yeah, there you. Yep. You are. Yep.
It's just a little overdone, don't you think?
No, I love it. I'm not that guy like wearing ugly sweaters and singing songs right now. But
I'm wearing an ugly sweater now.
Yes, you are. It's true.
If they have ugly sweater day at work, which they will do because
that.
they do that every year, this
Yeah.
is what I'm wearing.
There you go.
I'm wearing the Freddy sweater.
I don't overdo it, but if it's brought to me, I don't reject it. Does that make sense? I won't, start playing Christmas songs on my phone, but if I hear them in a store, I will be happy about it.
Jingle bell,
Yeah.
jingle bell. What's your favorite Christmas song?
I'll get back to you. That's a good one. This Christmas is always a classic. I like this Christmas a lot.
Oh,
Hang all the mistletoe.
Oh, okay. Not the George Michael song.
Oh, that's good too.
Because that's last
That was
Christmas.
yeah, that's good too though.
There's a movie based on that song.
Oh yeah, it's coming out this year, right?
It's out now.
Yeah.
Directed by Paul Feig.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Starring Khaleesi.
Oh yeah.
But she wasn't Khaleesi by the time the show ended, right? She had a different name.
Well, she went by
Not
her,
a Game of Thrones fan.
She went by her original name, which was the beginning name too.
The Mother of
Khaleesi-
Dragons?
Well, that's what Khaleesi means.
Yeah.
But Daenerys Targaryen is her actual name, but she went,
Daenerys.
and sometimes Dany.
Dumb. So what do you make about the backlash against all the Game of Thrones guys? When
Oh,
they
like-
they
yeah.
came out and said, yeah, we really didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, and they tried for the Star Wars thing that didn't work out either.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think no fans in general can be. It's confirmed now that fans can't be satisfied, right? That's a fact. I'm looking at the Star Wars community. For decades, we bitched about what George Lucas was doing to our beloved franchise. It's given off to Disney, and now we're still bitching. And I say we, but of course I'm happy with what's happening, but most people are very not happy about what's happening. It's like they can't be happy. They always have this idea in their heads, and if it's not exactly what that is, it's not good enough.
I think the Star Wars fandom is the worst.
Yeah, it's rough.
I can't think of another fandom that is that
Because I
divisive.
follow all that stuff on social media, and you just
Except
anytime
politics. The
anytime-
politics fandom
That's
is pretty
true.
divisive.
That's true. But anytime you check like a comment section, any Star Wars post, it's always just bash, bash, bash. Like, why are you like this page or following? What are you getting out of this?
Man, it would take a lot. Honestly, it would take a lot for me to post something negative
Yeah.
in a comment section. Like, I mean,
Right.
like it has to be really egregious for me to post something negative in a comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
Well, it
I don't see the. I don't see
would
the
take
purpose
something
in
for
it.
you to post in a comment section regardless.
That's a very valid point.
To be honest, you're
Yeah, I'm not
positive
really.
as well.
I'm not really laying out all the positive comments either. Keep up the good work, guys. You're
Yeah.
doing great.
So that's a thing. I'm ready for it. The new Star Wars, that is. After The Mandalorian, especially.
We're going to talk about the Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before we get to that and more Star Wars talk, want to say congratulations to our buddy David Corrigan.
Right?
Very successful Grand Ole Game Room Expo this
Yeah.
past weekend.
I had to miss it again.
Yeah.
Next year.
Were you there at all last year?
No,
Or this year?
Yeah.
So that year that you and I helped load, that was 3 years ago?
Well, 2, but yeah. 3 expos ago, but 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
I missed most of it. I was only able to go Saturday night and hang out with our guys, our friends from the Broken Token podcast, Brent and Whitney.
I had a wedding by your old stomping grounds.
In Waverly?
Well, Humboldt, which is like 10 minutes from Jackson.
Oh, Jackson.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's a little further than 10.
It was 10. No, I think it was like 10. This part of Humboldt was like 10
Really?
minutes. Yeah.
South Humboldt.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, it was like 10 minutes out.
I was in South Humboldt for the weekend.
But yeah, I'm sad I missed that.
But we had a really good podcast.
Nice.
We did a recording there. I assume that should be out on the Broken Token feed sometime in the
Hey,
near future.
You never know.
You never know. You know what I did ask them about?
What's that?
The
Because there was something with you that was supposed to be on their show that never was.
yes, I actually knew about that. I asked about that as well.
Was it from the Arcade Expo in Louisville or the Grand Ole in Nashville?
It was Grand Ole in Nashville.
Okay. From last year?
From last year.
Yeah.
And they never got the audio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So this year, they made sure that they had it by the time they got done. So that should be going up. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I do magic tricks.
Wow.
I do some mind reading.
Yeah.
We talk about Golden Girls.
Wow.
Oh, you would have loved it.
Who are their favorites? Did they say their favorites?
I sense that Brent might be a Blanche fan.
I was going to guess Blanche for Brent.
I think Whitney doesn't like Golden Girls at all.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is that possible?
I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
What was his reasoning behind that?
I didn't ask him.
You're not getting deep
Well,
questions
it
here.
seemed like it kind of seemed like, well, listen to the podcast, you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. But had a lot of fun with that. Mm-hmm. And go, if you don't listen to the Broken Token podcast, go find them. But we issued a challenge to them a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do incredibly long episodes.
They do once a month.
They do once a month. And what would break down to basically 4-hour long episodes in a month. They just do one.
Yeah.
One long episode a month. And we challenged them to, I forget what it was.
Was it 7 hours?
7 hours and 23 minutes and
Yeah.
43 seconds or something like
Yeah.
that. So I asked them about that. And they were thinking about cheating.
Yeah.
And using stuff that they had archived
Like
to
a
create.
best of?
Yeah. And I was like, no. I don't think that's in the spirit of the challenge. The challenge is you guys sit down for 7.5 hours and record.
It's totally possible.
Yeah, I mean,
We've been part of a 24-hour before.
but we were only there for an hour.
I know, but like we witnessed the process happening.
Right, and it looked like it almost killed them.
It's true. I think they could be joking, but that's either repeating itself for the next time that happens, the next milestone, or doubling. I think they're talking about a 48-hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought you said Dublin. Like they're going to fly to Dublin and
They're
do
doubling. Yeah, that too.
it. Well, yay
They
for
should at least go in
them.
shifts, you know?
Let me tell you what we'll never do.
What's that?
A 48-hour podcast.
We talked about a 24 back in the day.
Yeah, we were younger then.
But it was like at that point, it wasn't just us. It was a lot of people involved.
We talked about a lot of things.
That's very true as well. That's very true.
Some of them happened. Some of them shouldn't have.
That's very true.
Some of them didn't.
Yeah.
Well, let's get right into this this whole little app that dropped earlier this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
The conglomerate known as Disney
What a time.
has released the Disney Plus app. 10 million subscribers
Paid subscribers.
in the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count the free Verizon.
No, from what I read, that
customers.
was the paid. Yeah.
10 million paid subscribers.
Yeah.
Day one.
Not bad.
That's a lot. So if you don't know what Disney is, no. So the Disney Plus app, if you're not a subscriber, you get all the goodness of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the
For the most
Star
part.
Wars universe, for the most part. Disney movies, like a lot of stuff out of the vault. No
Yeah.
Song of the South, which is
That's the only one that won't ever be seen
I
again.
don't think you'll ever see Song of the
that
South.
and the original, like actual Walt Disney nature documentaries won't be happening.
Why not?
That's like a lot of cruelty and stuff in there. It's all good.
Really?
I mean, they would do stuff like the lemmings falling off the cliff that weren't real, and they made them die and fall. It looks like that was happening.
Oh yeah,
They don't talk about that anymore
Yeah.
in Disney.
nature. But Nat Geo's on there.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, the entire world of Nat
Yeah.
Geo, Pixar.
I think Nat Geo's a little more like, hey, let's actually hang back, see what happens.
yeah.
Not let's massacre 20,000 lemurs. See what happens.
Nat Geo is like, let's give Jeff Goldblum a show.
Yeah. Right.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So you have Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. We have watched some things. I'm curious. What was the very first thing you watched?
Very first. I think. Let me think before I say it out loud. Yeah, DuckTales, the original DuckTales cartoon.
Wow.
Yeah, took me back.
The very first thing I watched was the 2014 mini documentary. I'm sure it was a DVD extra at some point. Called "Assembling the Avengers." I think was the name of it. And it was right before Age of Ultron, and they're teasing Guardians of the Galaxy. And I watched that documentary. That was the very first thing I watched.
So much good stuff on there. Mm-hmm. I've skimmed like either the first episode or first few minutes of so many things. So many.
You have watched Mandalorian.
Yeah, twice.
I have watched Mandalorian once.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk a little Disney Star Wars Mandalorian, the series.
Is this a spoiler talk of The Mandalorian?
Do you want to put a spoiler warning out there? I mean,
No.
by the time this comes out, Disney Plus has been available for 4 days.
Yeah, see, we should give more time than that. No spoiler. No spoilers.
Okay.
Well, how about next week, maybe? Maybe.
We'll spoil the ending.
Next week.
I mean, that's really the only thing you can spoil.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of...
Yeah, but spoiler-free review, I think this show alone is worth it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Right, yeah.
What a guy. What a guy that Favreau
What a
guy's
chap.
been.
What a lad.
I mean, and Dave Filoni directed the first episode. Did you go through and look and see who's directing other episodes?
I did not. Have
Taika
you?
Waititi is directing one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Really?
I mean, there's other directors that I can't think of their name, but it's almost like a who's who of current hot directors directing episodes of The
I
Mandalorian.
didn't know that. I thought it'd be the same throughout the whole season.
What did you think of the whole feel and vibe of the show?
Fantastic. I went in with very low expectations. Man, I really like you know my thoughts on non-force, non-lightsaber.
I honestly thought you would
non-Skywalker.
hate this show.
Yeah, like I went in
Like,
thinking I
'cause
would too. I don't care.
There's no force.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So far,
we don't know. There's been one episode.
yeah,
Next episode comes out Friday.
right.
Or
But
tomorrow.
odds are, with a central focus on a bounty hunter, probably no force.
We'll see.
Yeah,
It's possible.
yeah, it's it's possible. You're right. You're right. The more I think about that, you're right. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, the way it's shot, the way it looks, the dialogue, the practical makeup effects, like everything was exactly what we needed. The swipes, the transitions, the music, everything.
Did you ever think in your life you would utter the words, I really like Nick Nolte in that Star Wars show.
I have spoken.
I really like Nick Nolte in that Star Wars
There
show.
you go, yeah. I didn't think I would say it, but man, looking here, the budget for that was $120 million for that show.
Yeah. For the first season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell. It's not
I
cheap.
mean, it looks it's very cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it was it you or Josh that said in the chat, I wish the movies were like this?
Josh, yeah.
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 It's really
At least
good.
they could learn some things for sure.
Well, there's talk that Dave Filoni may end up taking over the kind of heading up the whole Star Wars universe for Disney.
Right.
That's a rumor going around.
Huh. I
That
think
he would be basically the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
the feedback so far is great, so why not?
What do you think about this bounty hunter character?
I like
we don't know the name of yet.
the mystique.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
kind of
think
that
he's a
lone
fit?
gunslinger? I don't think so.
Do you think he's related to Jango or
I don't think so. That's
Boba in any way?
for the most part, except for like the Skywalker legacy. The new Disney Star Wars has done a good job. Well, depends how you look at it. A good job though of not really looking back on those timelines. There's
Right.
never much talk about Jabba's palace or the Ewoks or Jar Jar Binks. That kind of stuff is kind of in the past, and they leave it at that. So
Right.
I don't think they will bring that back. I don't think so.
There's some very subtle nods
Yeah.
to existing Star Wars films and shows along the way. Like when you're in the creature bar at the beginning, and these creatures look very similar to creatures that you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
They're related. There's some Jawas. Mm-hmm. You see a couple of Jawas roaming around. It looks like Salacious Crumb is on a spick.
Yeah, and the one little in the cage, kind of afraid. Yeah, yeah.
Which it is a little dark, maybe for what you typically expect from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Though I know, like some of the animated series have gotten a little dark too. So
Yeah, this is like live action. There's a lot of death.
Yeah.
A lot of death in this episode.
there is a lot of death.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a really good Western.
yeah.
Yeah, The Mandalorian is a really good Western because that's basically what it is. Almost like a Clint Eastwood
And you have that like
type Western.
of the 30, I think 6 or 7 minutes long. It is 35 minutes of that. He's a rough, tough, rough around the edges kind of loner type. But then things happen, and not so much. Yeah, I can't say more.
What'd you think of the bounty hunter droid? That's not really spoiling anything. There's
No,
a bounty
no.
hunter. I mean, it's in the trailer.
It was good. And trying to talk my way around this, I'm glad the way they used him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because most of the time when you have a walking, talking, a droid that has that much dialogue, you're in that for the long haul, and that's just, it was a good twist.
Self-destruct bit was funny.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his first go-to every time, self-destruct. I liked it.
He's almost like the Forky of the Star Wars universe, always trying to jump in the trash. Which you haven't seen? Did you see Toy Story?
I have not
4?
yet, but I know all about the characters and the toys and all that stuff. But
I
no,
bet you
I haven't
do.
seen the movie yet, yeah.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, we have, tomorrow? Well,
Tomorrow,
for us,
yeah. Actually, when we get done here, we could probably go watch it.
It's true. I'm going to
Hey,
do that.
Screw
All right.
this. Let's go watch The Mandalorian.
That's what's going to be fun about this, like, weekly streaming thing.
I think it's brilliant.
Like, I do prefer this.
I mean, I
but
know-
at what time does that happen every night? Is it? I mean, every week?
I think it's midnight, right? Well, see, they
Midnight
said they said the app would be available like 4 a.m. Eastern time is when you could download the app, and it was available at midnight. So maybe they just give themselves like some
little buffer there.
leeway. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the ending of this first episode, but I'm excited that we can, as we watch this, it's like content for us. We
Yeah.
can come back.
That's yeah.
But what I was going to say about the releasing it weekly, even on streaming, I think it's brilliant. I think the whole idea of like, no, you can watch every episode right now. That's great. But then you watch every episode and then you go away.
Yeah.
This keeps you coming back.
Right.
And when you come back, you find different things to watch.
I've thought of canceling Netflix and only bringing back the month that Stranger Things comes out.
It's funny you say that because my wife was like, we could just cancel everything now.
Yeah.
We can just have Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Like, it's really all you need.
Like the only thing I watch on Netflix besides Pee Wee Herman,
Yeah.
it's Stranger Things. That's it. That is it.
I mean, you got the Apple Dumpling Gang
Yeah.
over on Disney Plus.
Right, yeah. I mean, Sword in the Stone, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Wherever you want to go, you can take it.
Herbie the Love
I
Bug.
was watching Camp Nowhere, for God's sake. I was watching that.
Did you watch Camp? Oh, is that with Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah.
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 Angels in the Outfield. Is that a Disney movie?
Actually, I think it is, but it's not on there.
Or Rookie of the Year. Is that what I'm thinking of?
That's on there, yeah.
Rookie of the Year is on
Yeah.
there. Is that Funky Butt Lovin'?
That is Funky Butt Love.
I can't wait to watch The Rocketeer. I'm
yeah.
really excited that The Rocketeer is on there because the director, Joe Johnston, who directed The Rocketeer, directed the first Captain America
Right,
movie.
has that same like WW2 feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What else have you watched on Disney Plus?
Man.
Gargoyles? Have you watched Gargoyles?
Not yet. I need to. Like I said, all my classic Even like Bonkers. Remember Bonkers from the early 90s?
Yeah.
I watched Bonkers. Did some DuckTales, like I said, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Chippendale. Man, so many. I did try the 1996 Incredible Hulk cartoon.
And
That was terrible. That was, man, the mid-90s, Marvel didn't have it just yet. They're still, 4 or 5 years out from the Spider-Man movie, which was, of course, with Sony, but just like their characters didn't know where to go and what was happening. Maybe the comics were in shambles, the cartoons just weren't. Go give that a chance. Just watch like the first 5 minutes of that first episode of The Incredible Hulk. It's pretty bad. The animation's bad, the voice acting and the script, it looks rough.
It's interesting you said about Marvel because in watching that documentary that from 2014 that's on Disney Plus, they kind of go back to 2006 and they show San Diego Comic-Con panels from 2006 of Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau talking about Iron Man and announcing that they're going to make an Iron Man movie. And then they showed the headlines from the industry, like papers and magazines and periodicals, and like no one thought that was going to work. And then when they cast Robert Downey Jr., like it was over. Like truly no one believed it would be any good. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy to think especially watching the night the app came out, I watched Endgame because I've only seen it once. I went to see it in the theater. And watching Endgame and just being incredibly sad at the end. Like, this is all over. And we talked a little bit about this. Did we talk about this last week and didn't make it out? I think so.
Maybe so.
But just, it is kind of sad that that part of the MCU is done and is not coming back. You might get cameos.
Some flashbacks for cameo, yeah.
But there's not going to be, we'll never have that kind of, we get an Iron Man movie and a Captain America movie this year and then a Thor movie. Those days are gone. It's going to be something different now.
It's very, this next year or two is very important, the transition. I don't think it'll hold up. We'll see. I see the lineup for the next 24 months. I'm like,
I think we're going to be surprised by the Eternals.
I hope so.
I think you're going to be surprised.
I just have I had very little hope for Iron Man, but even then I was familiar with that character. I had a little bit of desire to go see it.
Yeah.
And I will see it with these, but only because of the success of the earlier movies. If the Eternals came out in 2008, I would not watch that. Yeah. At all. But I gave Iron Man a chance. I don't know.
And there's a little bit of rose-colored glasses to it also because they weren't all great.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Iron Man 2 really struggles in some places. And some people say Iron Man 3 does, which I like Iron Man 3. But even the first Thor movie.
Especially the second.
That's the second Thor movie. I remember when the first Captain America movie came out, you were not a fan at all.
Right. It took me a while to love on that character.
Yeah.
2, that's where it kind of turned for me a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, the Civil War and his progression through the Infinity War movies made me love him and go back and see that growth of the character.
So I guess Winter Soldier was the second Captain America movie. It was Winter Soldier then Civil War.
Because that was for me at least, a big change.
I remember we went to see Winter Soldier together.
That's when we set up at the theater.
Oh, we did set up at the theater. Man, why don't we do stuff like that anymore?
What a weird time.
We were out there with Josh, and then we all went to see Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
We were giving away Captain America shields.
Right, yeah.
That was great.
Uh-huh.
I'd totally forgotten about that.
That's how we saw that. Yeah, I was a fan of Winter Soldier, big time.
What do you, now that we're talking about, Disney Plus is here, starting in 2020, we start getting the MCU shows. Mm-hmm. And the theory is you have to keep up with the shows to kind of understand what's happening in the films. Do you like that idea?
Yeah, I'll be there for that, but they may lose a chunk of that crowd. Because how many, they go see the movie, how many of the billions of dollars they make, how many of those dollars come from casual fans, not people like us?
True. I think it's the most important fan to have. Same thing with Star Wars. Like, Star Wars fans think they're the ones making all the money for it. It's the casual fans.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so much advertising for this movie. Because we know that come this December there's a new Star Wars movie, but the casual fan may not know until they're inundated with the commercials, which are starting now.
Yeah.
Because we're, about a month from the Star Wars movie?
Yeah, it's usually the week right before Christmas, usually.
I think it's interesting that the MCU shows are going to tie so heavily into the movies going forward. It seems like we were headed down that road with the Netflix Marvel shows and the
It's never
Agents
really-
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Never grasped on so much.
Yeah, but there was a fight in between because, well, I understand like Kevin Feige didn't want those shows connected to the movies at all,
That's, I mean, looking back, that makes sense.
and then you had Jeff Loeb who was overseeing Marvel Television,
It's a different tone.
and so yeah, you can reference the stuff in the movies, but that's you know we never saw
I mean, can you imagine
a TV actor in
that
the
Luke
movies.
Cage with Rocket? Like, my brain can't mix those two together.
Yeah.
It just can't happen.
They do seem
Right?
separate.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool. It would have been cool, especially with the snap.
Yeah.
That's when you could have done it. You could have gone to Hell's Kitchen and watched the Daredevil.
Yeah.
Man, the beginning of Endgame, I'd totally forgotten how that movie starts. Do you remember?
With him, like farming Thanos, pretty much? You mean that beginning?
No, I'm talking about the very beginning of Endgame is Hawkeye with his family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he's teaching his daughter how to, shoot.
See, I haven't seen it since the theaters either.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. On the dust when he turns around.
Yeah.
Because that makes you feel for him for once. It does. He's pretty much, have you heard his debacle, his real life drama?
No.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner, he's pretty much done.
Why?
He's had some issues with, I believe his ex-wife is what it was. Maybe some people saying it's a combo of like people saying bad things about him. Let's just say that.
Is it legitimate or?
I mean, it's one of those where like a lot of people are saying it, so
Oh, what
Yeah.
are they saying about him?
I'll
is
look it up.
Is it very Me Too?
pretty much.
Or is it worse?
Let me look it up because there are a lot of stories.
Not that it's worse, but I mean,
There are a lot of
did he murder somebody?
No. It's all touchy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me. And this, I'm getting different stories in my head mixed up with exes, an ex-wife. I'm thinking Johnny Depp's ex-wife that took a dump in his bedroom compared to Jeremy Renner's. Let's see here.
Wow.
Have you heard about that? That's going on now too.
Does that happen recently?
Inside the very disturbing Jeremy Renner allegations, death threats, drug abuse, and biting their baby.
What?
Yeah, the Avengers star's ex-wife, Sonny Pacheco, has made a number of shocking allegations against the Oscar-nominated actor. So, I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I was reading that, of course, rumor that they were trying to recast Hawkeye after this debacle, but I think that may have calmed down. We'll see how that works, though.
So you think he'll still be Hawkeye?
Maybe. Who knows? He had a chaotic summer plagued by drama surrounding the shutdown of his official Jeremy Renner app. Did you hear about that?
No.
He had his own app with his music and his stuff on there.
Well, I know he was trying to be a rock star.
And the trolls he had to shut it down. He
Oh,
took it off the
really?
App Store, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which had been invaded by an army of online trolls, yeah. It was supposed to be a place for fans to connect with each other, has turned into a place that is everything I can't and won't condone, he wrote in the message announcing the demise of his app. It's essentially a smartphone-based fan club with exclusive photos and videos of the actor.
Man, I've got some great ideas. I think I'm going to launch the official J. Patrick app. We'll call it the JPAP.
Wow. Now he's making headlines again, and this time the reasons are far grimmer than his very online midlife crisis. His ex-wife has accused him of disturbing, abusive behavior toward herself and their daughter. The allegations are part of a messy custody battle as she fights for the sole custody of their 6-year-old daughter, Ava. And yeah, just crazy stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Claimed that he bit their daughter, who was 4 at the time. There are court documents on him biting the daughter on her shoulder. You all right over there?
I mean, let's be honest. He's always seemed a little... Jeremy Renner,
Yeah.
the person,
Yeah.
has always seemed a little... What's the word I'm looking for? Eccentric?
The documents allege that that Ava explained the bite happened when Daddy was being mean and yelling.
Wow.
He claimed that it was from her seatbelt pinching her on the shoulder. But stuff like that. It's, stuff against the wife, the daughter.
So do you have a... Do you have a seatbelt shaped like teeth?
Right. Yeah, but it's a lot of deep details on the web.
Oh, wow.
Held her at gunpoint and then put a gun in his own mouth, threatening things. Yeah. Threatening he could not deal with her anymore and he just wanted to be gone with a gun in his mouth. He said this.
Wow.
But once again, it's a he said, she said thing. No one knows.
True. I mean...
But yeah, if you want more custody battle drama, look up Johnny Depp's. Really.
Oh. Well,
Like she took a dump in their bed. And the court...
like he said or she said that?
He said that, but then she said it was the dog. But they have pictures of it, and they have like little Yorkshire Terrier.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way the dump could be that big from a Yorkie. They're going over like Yorkie dump size.
Yeah, because this is just divorce, right? They don't have any kids. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, just 2 dogs.
So there's no custody.
Yeah.
This is just straight up
Yeah.
divorce.
But she's wanting like some alimony. like some Johnny Depp alimony, though.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, this is,
have you seen how much he allegedly spends in wine monthly?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Isn't it like 25, 30 grand
Probably. Yeah,
in wine?
she's wanting 6 figures a month.
What?
Yeah. So she's exactly.
Does he have that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Johnny Depp, yeah, he's probably, if I had to guess, his net worth it's triple-digit millions, I would say.
Could you imagine being in a position where you have so much money that if you gave someone over $100,000 a month, you'd still be fine?
Like, it would suck, but you'd still survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah, but I know that's been going on a while.
Right,
That
yeah.
even affected because he was in the Fantastic Beast sequel,
Oh, yeah.
and then there was kind of a backlash against him even being cast in that movie. There's not a lot of Johnny Depp love going on these days.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not sure why this happened, but the Deadline headline says Johnny Depp's $650 million film fortune almost all gone. Wow, almost all gone to his wife. $650 million, over $500 million.
To her?
I guess because of her, the things she's done, the legal battle, I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, sure, I'm glad I'm poor.
He made $650 million on films that netted $3.6 billion. Almost all of it, says the magazine, is gone.
How? How do you spend that much money?
Well, it's a lot of stuff. Let's see.
Well, there's the wine bill every month.
The wine bill. Suit cites, among other things, that under TMG's watch, which is a management group that kind of messed him up, his sister Christy was given $7 million. His assistant, Nathan Holmes, $750,000. Just stuff like that, just giving money away like that without his knowledge. He has paid the IRS more than $5.6 million in late fees alone.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, the IRS, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
They told me it's a pay-as-you-go system. It's not- you don't just decide one day that you'll catch up.
He spends, this says, around $2 million a month in wine.
What?
That's what it says here. That Depp has a $2 million a month compulsory spending disorder, saying wine is not an investment if you drink it as soon as you buy it, he says. Wow.
I mean that that IRS thing. Well, I mean, you kind of have like self-employment going on right now,
Yeah.
and so when you have the job and you get the W-2 every year, and that's what you do. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. Because the last when I was doing the self-employed thing, it's just so hard to all right, well, you got to set aside this because this is what you should be taxing yourself monthly. And when someone else does it for you and just tells you, and then at the end of the year, they're like, oh, actually, you paid us too much. Here's $500 back.
Right.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Because
It's all about those write-offs.
it is all about those write-offs. It really is.
But yeah, you could be Johnny Depp spending $2 million a month in wine.
But you can't write that off.
Right. And that goes back to
That's
Jeremy
just
Renner and
wrong.
his drama to Disney Plus.
Oh,
how
that's
we got-
right.
that's how
All
we got-
these and more can be found. Well, the Pirates movies on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
I should finally watch those for once. I
mean,
should.
have you never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean
The
movie?
first one came out like 3 months after my first debacle.
The
When I was stuck on the ride itself. I'm like, I'm good.
You thought I'd bring up some bad memories.
Yeah.
It's a really good. The first one's really good.
Now, what is the first one called? They all have a subtitle, and they're not in chronological order in the app. What's the first one called?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But they each have...
Is it Curse of the Black Pearl?
Okay, that's one of them.
I
They
think
each
that
have
might be
a
it.
subtitle afterwards.
I know it was that World's
At World's End?
End. Is that right?
There's one Dead Men Tell No Tales, right?
Yeah.
Are there
I think
4 or
that is-
5?
I think there's 4.
Yeah.
Maybe there is 5.
See,
I mean, the last one's really not good.
Really?
And Johnny Depp is not good
Does
in
he phone it in with his $2 million in
And
wine?
honestly, he's not in it a whole lot to begin with.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because that's the one where they brought back what's his name and what's her face,
That sounds great. I'll have to check it out.
Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley.
Okay.
Both come back in the last one, and that's kind of cool. But Johnny Depp is not great in it. I remember being very disappointed because we went to the theater to see. We paid theater prices
The most recent?
to see the most recent Pirates. Yeah, and I was disappointed at the end. Not great.
They go by the first one, 2003, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah. Let me see if I can guess.
Whoa.
The second one is Dead Man Tell No Tales.
That's the most recent in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Number 2 from 2006, Dead Man's Chest.
Oh, right.
The third one only a year later, 2007, At World's End.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth from 2011, On Stranger Tides.
On Stranger Tides.
And then, so 2003, 06, 07, 2011, 2017. There are 5.
2011. I think that was the one. That's on Stranger Tides?
Yeah.
I remember going. I think we went to see that. What year was the one before that?
2007. But
2007.
The one before that was 06.
Yeah. I guess On Stranger Tides was the first one I saw in the theater.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. And then this last one we went to see.
Curse of the Black Pearl. Why did you call it Pirates of the Caribbean?
That's the Curse of the Black Pearl.
I guess so.
That's the ship.
Okay, we just
The Black Pearl.
just call it that.
Dead men tell no tale.
Yeah, I'll check them out. That's like almost 12 hours of movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of movie.
Hey, sometimes we talk about Batman.
Yeah,
There's some Batman news going around.
quite a bit.
We haven't talked about Batman in quite some time.
It's been a while.
What do you think about this whole casting in the new Robert Pattinson Batman movie, Bat-Pat?
I think I like it.
Yeah?
I think. Which I've been, our Pats, I've been a fan for a while.
Yeah.
I've been fighting that good fight since he's sparkling.
Yeah, so Andy Serkis as Alfred the Butler.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
That's pretty cool.
I think of all, that's the best casting. Mm-hmm. That's the first one I've seen. I didn't have like a mini cringe to it.
Right.
That one I could see. Like,
I
okay.
think the Catwoman casting was good.
Yeah. We'll see.
I think it's interesting that they've cast the Penguin, but it's not a fat guy.
Yeah. So that's
It's
a problem.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah. I don't. That's double dipping it. Like he's my wow, I forgot his name. Bullseye.
Yeah, well,
He's the only live action interpretation of Bullseye we've seen.
Yeah.
Therefore, he is my Bullseye.
I think they could do better.
Oh yeah, of course.
Maybe even give him another chance.
Yeah?
because I don't think it's on him that was terrible. But that Daredevil movie is really bad.
I saw it once in theaters. I can't.
It's really bad.
That was what? Was that 15 years ago now? Was
Yeah.
that 04-ish? 05?
Yeah, like the way they just Elektra just shows up and is just as good as Daredevil out of nowhere is amazing. It's amazing, and Bullseye is terrible.
Yeah. And that Kingpin. Don't forget that Kingpin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that John Coffey Kingpin.
But yeah, Colin Farrell as the
Yeah.
Penguin. I
Right.
think that's good. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's more in tune with the gangster Penguin, not the Bond Dart,
We'll see. I mean,
which I don't like. I mean, which I do like.
yeah. I mean, that's
Like,
yeah.
if you're gonna have a man penguin, then Tim
Yeah.
Burton's Batman Returns is the film for you,
I thought they were going for Burgess Meredith.
or Burgess Meredith.
Like, I'll take a Burgess Meredith or a Danny DeVito over that Robin Lord Taylor all day. I really will.
Really?
Yeah.
I really liked him on that show.
Like, he's good, but Danny DeVito is terrifying. Like, that's scary.
well, yeah,
think that works
in the
better.
Burton universe.
Yeah.
But that
I think
Danny
it works
DeVito
better.
would. I don't think that would work in any
Like,
other.
I would not be afraid of a Robin Lord Taylor penguin. They wouldn't scare me. If I were tied to a chair and he came up, it'd be like, what's going on? But if, like, green bile, crazy, floppy finger eating raw fish Danny DeVito comes up, I'd be afraid. Wouldn't you?
I thought you were going to scare the ice princess. She looked pretty scared to me.
I do like that performance. That's an underrated performance. Really?
Yeah, I think Michelle Pfeiffer is underrated in that movie too. She's great as. Oh, really? That's the you don't agree with what I just said.
I said nothing. That's my. Oh yeah, Dudley Moore. The Santa Claus is the first one. Of
What's
the Santa
wrong
Claus
with Michelle
trilogy.
Pfeiffer?
I mean, it's her.
What about Christopher Walken?
No,
Bruce Wayne?
no. He's only popular because he can't act. That's not good.
You don't like him in Pulp Fiction?
I mean, it's not acting. It's Christopher
my
Walken.
goodness!
That's just Christopher Walken. Like, everyone's laughing, like, ha, 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 ha. No one actually likes his acting abilities. It's just kind of like pointing and laughing.
well,
Right?
he wasn't always comical in his acting,
And those are.
but when he became like the character Christopher Walken,
Yeah.
he really started to play it up. I
Yeah.
think. But if you go back and like watch The Dead Zone,
Yeah.
it's not.
But
as-
in Pulp Fiction, he's Christopher Walken.
he definitely is playing it up. in Pulp Fiction.
In Batman Returns, he's Christopher Walken.
Yes, he is definitely
Yeah.
playing it up in Batman
That's all I'm
Returns.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's great.
Okay.
And then the fact that, like, the actor that plays his son kind of has that same cadence to his
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I thought that was fun. Interesting.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm starting to sense that maybe you don't like Batman Returns.
No, I do.
Just the penguin parts.
Yes. I mean, we've said many times before, like the Batman movies minus their villains are nothing. If you have a bad villain, I think the movie lacks. Hence, Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy and that terrible, terrible, terrible Bane.
Kill the heroes.
Yeah, that's why I think people didn't like Dark Knight Rises as much as The Dark Knight, because that Bane, as great as he was 2/3 of the Joker.
Can you do the Bane voice?
No. I thought about it, but it's been 6 years. It's in the vault. You have to subscribe to the streaming Bane voice service.
If you heard it, do you think you could do
Bane Plus. No, I still, it's in my head.
Do it.
That's all right.
Do it.
That's all right.
Do it. Do
I'll
it.
refresh for next time. How about that? I'll work it out again.
Just one word.
No. One word. That's not how that works. You have to have a full sentence. It's the cadence of that. You got to you got to have the whole sentence.
There we go.
Yes,
Almost
that's
there.
the whole sentence.
Say, I guess he's wondering why you would threaten to shoot a man
That's much more than one word.
who you're about to throw out of an airplane.
That's much more than I can't do it.
Do it.
You try it out.
do the.
You got to finish it like that.
I guess. I can't. I don't think I can.
Yeah, I can't.
So to jump back around, as we tend to do on the show, back to Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
We watched some Disney cartoons, like old, like 1952 Disney cartoons. There's one called Pluto's Christmas Tree or something like that that featured the characters Chip and Dale. Assholes.
Really?
Yep.
Are they?
Don't like them.
Huh.
Like, it starts out like Pluto is just going out with Mickey. He's like, come on, pal, let's go find a Christmas tree. And Pluto, he's happy. He's sniffing around. And the first thing Chip and Dale do are throw acorns at Pluto and then mock him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were around
That's
that
the
early.
first thing they do.
They probably didn't have their wardrobe yet, did they? Like the bomber jacket and the Hawaiian shirt?
No.
Okay.
They're just chipmunks.
Okay.
And from that point forward, I hate Chip and Dale.
Really?
Yep. Not a fan.
You think the male stripper service named itself after them? Had to, right?
Chip and Dale's?
Yeah. I always have to.
What's the connotation?
Well, Chippendale. Like that's the same thing.
Yeah.
You just said it willy nilly. You wouldn't know I'm saying Chip and Dale or Chippendale.
Chip and Dale.
That's it. I'm googling Chippendale. It's gonna be a fun search.
So I think the greatest villains in Disney are Chip and Dale.
No.
Yes.
What?
They're terrible. Watch that cartoon, Adam.
Ooh.
Watch that cartoon.
I watched the Rescue Rangers. I watched the one you're talking about.
I've never seen Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Huh.
I've never seen Darkwing Duck either.
What? Really?
And I've never watched Scrooge McDuck.
Whoa.
But
You never seen DuckTales?
I've seen DuckTales.
But no Tailspin probably.
I think I've seen Tailspin.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Rescue Rangers or
Wow.
Scrooge McDuck or Darkwing Duck.
Wow.
I haven't seen any of those.
Huh.
The Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
They're really terrible. And then we watched another one where they're just as equally as mean to Donald Duck. And I got to tell you, I'm cheering for Pluto and Donald Duck the entire time.
Really?
I hope Donald burns down that tree they live in.
Jeez.
Yeah. I hate him. I hate Chip and Dale. I hate him.
That's intense.
Well, watch the Pluto Christmas and you tell me.
Wow.
Because then at the end, because of everything that Chip and Dale's done, at the end, Mickey is choking Pluto and calls him a dumb mutt.
Really?
Look what you've done, you dumb mutt.
Intense.
I know. It is intense.
Semi off topic, but not. Let me give you a quick history, a shocking history of Chippendales.
Oh, Chippendales.
Chippendales was founded in 1976 when Soman Banerjee and young attorney Bruce Naheen were purchased a nightclub known as Destiny 2 on Overland Avenue in Los Angeles. Banerjee was the owner of a mobile gas station. After a series of attempts to make the club work, Paul Snyder, he pitched a show dealing with male dancers to Naheen and Banerjee, an idea which was initially attempted short-term but ultimately became the feature of the club, then named Chippendales. The club name was suggested by Naheen, we're getting there for the juicy part, as the club had Chippendale-style furniture. That's what that means.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Chippendale furniture.
It's probably where Chip and Dale got their name, too, because they lived in a tree.
Dorothy Stratton assisted Naheen in obtaining the permission of Hugh Hefner to utilize the cuffs and collar design utilized in his clubs for use at Chippendale. Interesting. So the bunnies always had that collar and but here's the juicy. Stratton was soon killed by Snyder in a murder-suicide some months after the Mail Review opened. So the two pretty much owners and starters of the club died in a murder-suicide over the Battle of the Chippendale.
Years before the Chris Farley bit.
All right, yeah. Wow.
And Patrick Swayze.
I thought that was...
Wow, they're both dead too.
Yeah.
Regis Philbin's still alive, though.
That's true. Still going. I just thought that was juicy Chippendale drama.
It is.
Wow.
So who runs Chippendales now? I guess the families?
I guess.
I don't know.
Is
Is it still around? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Are there Chippendale clubs?
I guess I'll Google that.
Yep. This is my work computer. I can't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chippendales. I'm sure it is, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
You think they're in Nashville? Do they do house calls?
While you're looking that up,
Yeah.
this is very local.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember? In our town of Nashville, you could take I-65, get off on Demumbrian Street, and you drove right up to a stoplight that was right across from Deja Vu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Deja Vu was right there at the
Right.
intersection.
The old, yeah.
Have you been there recently?
Not in a while. Well, like last year, when I used to lift, I'd always go past that area. Yeah.
Now it's a big, 16-story building.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It's so weird to think that just what seems like months ago, you'd come to that intersection right off 65 and Demumbrian, and you'd be facing a strip club.
Because now it's on Church Street, right?
Yeah, I think everything's moved to church.
Which is fitting.
Yeah, because that's where the Hustler store is.
Yeah.
And then there's other adult-oriented clubs on Church Street.
Chippendale's now a touring show.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Interesting.
Like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, but you pay tickets to go see them on stage. Oh, there's a video. Yep. This is wow. Okay, that's something else.
Yeah.
Go to chippendale.com if
No.
you're over 18. That's a touring show now.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk?
Not me.
They wear they're wearing suits and stuff now. It's less 80s and collar and the cuffs. The guy's wearing like a hipster suit. You know, the high pants with no socks. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Then he takes it off.
The high pants with no socks.
Yeah. That's so funny. If we wore that in high school, we'd be considered nerds and geeks, which we were.
Yeah.
But now it's very trendy to wear that.
What's the worst haircut you ever had, you think, when you were a kid?
Oh, man. When I had hair, my hair was not very malleable. Not very thick, just like Brillo pad hair was rough. Man, the worst one I had a high and tight for a while.
Yeah.
And for 2 years in all of my yearbooks, people called me Forrest Gump. So, yeah, it was everybody
I had a
decided, hey,
butt
Forrest.
cut.
Yeah, ooh, nice.
I had a butt cut at one point. I was thinking
Nice.
about that the other day.
Yeah.
Like a part straight down the middle of my hair.
Actually, no. I had my jersey number shaved in the back of my head.
Ooh.
Yeah, number 8.
That's
right?
bold.
Yeah. That's brisk, baby. That's number 8. I was 10 years old,
Yeah.
big into baseball. And number 8, shaved in the back.
Wow.
That's classy right there.
That is class.
And I had like I said, kind of like a thick afro hair to myself. And so I tried to have a mullet, but it was like a puff. Mm-hmm. So there was no actual mullet coming down, but my head was shaved-ish. I actually had like a big log back there of just hair. Isn't that terrible?
Wow.
What's wrong with me?
What is wrong?
It's like a rabbit tail, like an actual rabbit puff. So I had a few.
The haircut that I have now is very akin to the haircut that I had in elementary and junior high
Really?
school. Yeah.
Huh.
Wasn't quite as thin on the sides as it is now.
Yeah.
But this, like the side part,
Yeah.
I was rocking the side part in third grade.
Nice. You're a trendsetter.
I guess. Didn't feel like it.
Bring the butt cut back.
And then so most of my life, or most of my adult life, I refused to part my hair on the side.
Really?
And then all of a sudden and now it's like shaved in. That's a hard part, baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bring the butt cut back.
And I like the old hard part.
That's all I'm asking is bring the butt cut.
They always ask me at Great Clips, you want the hard part? Oh, yeah.
What does that even mean?
They shave it in.
Really?
It's buzzed in. Yeah.
Huh.
Like they go along the natural part and like buzz it out. So,
Weird. That's a thing, huh?
So I wake up, my hair is parted.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's been 6 years now since I've had a haircut, like an actual haircut. I've forgotten the process. I really have. And to the point now, like hair, I know I have a lot on my face, but like head hair really grosses me out.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Like,
Like if I see it, even my,
like on other people?
I mean, like if it's free. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I
Like
know what
wives,
you're
it's
saying.
everywhere, like the sink and stuff.
Right.
And it really grosses me out,
Yeah.
like big time now.
Can you just keep your hair in your head, please?
Like hair's a gross thing. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think butt cut was the worst haircut I ever had. Man, that was a bad idea. Bad idea. And it wasn't even like I had it styled that way.
Yeah.
It was just like one morning I got up with a comb and some Brill cream. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to part my hair right down the middle.
See, I've never used product in my hair ever. It's
Really?
because like the texture of my hair, but
Yeah. By the way, I said Brill cream. That's true.
right, yeah.
Because that's what my dad had.
Wow.
So that's what I used.
Soon after Dumb and Dumber came out, I had like the down comb, like the Lloyd Christmas look.
The Caesar.
Yeah, yeah. But that
I
was
had the Caesar
like
for a while.
mid to late '90s. That was coolish.
Yeah. Not as long as that. I mean,
Right.
like the Clooney cut.
Yeah.
I had the Clooney cut for a long
Right,
time.
right, yeah.
That was, yeah.
That makes it sound better than the Lloyd Christmas cut.
Yeah.
It was the Clooney cut. Thank
It
you.
was the Caesar. It was called the Caesar.
Right. So yeah, high and tight. The number shaved in the back. The Lloyd Christmas / Clooney.
I went
The
through
rabbit puff.
and you knew me when I used to pretty much shave my hair. Like it was like super short.
Yeah.
That was because it's so easy to take care of.
You're telling me. I actually do a haircut every 3 days. I'm good.
I remember the first time that I started growing it out, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm past that phase.
Yeah.
I should bring back the butt cut. You
Do
think
it.
I could do it?
Do it.
You think I'd like make it a?
If you do the butt cut, I'll bring the Larry Fine back in. we'll go on the road with that. How about that? That's marketable, right?
yeah, maybe.
It's got to stand out. Like
Yeah.
if Carrot Top looked normal, people wouldn't know who he is. But
That's a good point.
he looks like Carrot Top, so it's marketable.
Hey, Carrot Top.
Oh, butt cut and horseshoe coming to your town soon. Let's do it.
Butt cut and horseshoe will be a new podcast we launch in 2020. I kind of want to rebrand this one right now, Butt Cut and Horseshoe, to be honest.
That sounds like a morning radio show, doesn't it?
Yeah. We were playing all the fart sounds,
Yeah, right.
which, by the way, I'm sorry. I did go a little crazy with the
You
fart
went
sounds.
crazy with the fart sound.
But it was funny every time. Every time. Hey, before we close out
Oh, yeah.
this show, there is something I would like to do.
Uh-huh.
I need my phone. So while I'm finding this, and again, this was something we were going to address in the Lost episode.
Right.
Can you kind of give like a little backstory as to what was happening at the end of our Super Show, what we were doing, and the controversy that has happened since then?
So it's been about a month, but from my memory, with the very, or close to the end, maybe the last third of the show, we brought up some audio, some creepy audio as we do around this time of the year, around Halloween. We had some actual, exorcisms, some possessions, demon possessions. We had the classic microphone to the depths of hell, where they put the microphone into the Earth's crust, the magma, and you heard hundreds of thousands of souls screaming. Now, as we're doing this, was it Brooklyn who had the actual app she was using? There's an app she finds where we start talking about ghost hunting equipment, things like that, and of the paranormal activity stuff. She brings an app up where I forget what it's called, but the essence of it is it uses the mic on your phone of what you're saying, what's happening, and the app itself conjures these spirits and kind of manifests what they're saying back to you.
It's an EVP.
Sure.
If you believe in that sort
Yeah,
of
but
stuff.
it kind of translates.
Which, by the way, I do not.
It translates to what they're saying or doing to actual text on screen. So if the spirit, it's kind of like, imagine a dog whistle. We can't hear it, but it's happening.
Right.
So if the spirit were to say, Brenda, then the screen on the phone would say, Brenda. And as we're doing this app and these shenanigans, actual audio is heard from our show.
Okay, so
Now, to be clear, I listened to it all the way through normally, heard nothing until people brought it up to us.
I listened to parts of it. I put now full disclosure because I want to be as transparent as we can about all of this. Full disclosure: when we record, most of the time we're just recording the voice of the show, like the voice work, like you and I talking. Occasionally, and it's easy to tell, we'll play something off the computer and react to it. We were doing that on your computer during that show. We were playing the exorcism audio, the microphone in hell audio. from your computer. So A, I think the channel was still open.
You think?
That sound was coming from your computer. I believe that.
I don't think so.
But here's also part of the transparency. I do some editing to put the music and sounds in after the show, our intro music and whatnot.
Right.
What you're about to hear is not part of that editing. Now, and as we sit right here across from each other, Adam honestly believes I did this.
100%.
You honestly believe this is me. As I am trying to tell you, as the skeptic on the show, the one who doesn't believe anything.
Yeah.
What did Josh call me? A nihilist. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is not my work.
Okay.
So, do you remember the time? It was like an hour,
hour and 4
hour and 4 minutes.
An hour and 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to back it up just a little further because I think didn't we discover there was like another one when we were recording last week?
Bit, because as soon as you guys started playing that,
Right before you started playing the one.
So this is Brooklyn and Josh with us on the show.
Uh-huh.
This is from the Halloween Super Show 2019 Part 2.
From the depths of hell, supposedly.
it popped up and it said evil.
Evil.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
see it.
I mean, right now it says
I want to
suddenly.
talk
It's not
right
like-
to this app.
It's not like
says-
bad, right now it says suddenly. So it's not like it's always terrible words. It said evil.
So it grabs whatever audio is around. Is it constantly recording?
Burning.
Burning,
Yeah,
it
it says
says.
burning,
Burning.
right now.
Is it recording my
Burning
voice?
in hell. Yeah, right there.
Right,
Burning.
Just
Right
kidding.
beside you. It says burning. Now it says Alexander.
Alexander. Burning
I'm
Alexander.
trying to make it say evil.
Burning Alexander.
Your mother so sucks that smell.
It's like a cool new wave or new metal band, Burning Alexander.
Yeah,
It
well.
is.
So does that mean I'm possessed by some? So far nothing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we're just kind of listening to the last part of this show. So I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything?
Not yet, no.
Okay. One named Alexander.
Maybe. Or maybe
It's
Alexander's
possible.
here. Or maybe it just,
Alexander's
maybe the
watching.
ghost said Alexander. That's
Alexander, if you're in the room, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You hear
Now-
that? You hear that?
Do you want me to back it up just a little bit?
If you want, yeah, just like a few seconds. Because I heard that pretty clearly. I don't know what they said.
I don't know what that was. Again, we have just listened to audio from your computer.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest, we're kind of being nonchalant, because Adam honestly believes I did this.
100%, yeah.
You think this is my work.
100%.
Do you, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you truly believe it's my work, or are you scared to
No, I
admit
I truly
that
believe.
maybe
I truly believe it was you.
All right.
Right,
Burning.
Alexander?
Maybe. Or maybe
It's
Alexander's
possible.
here. Or maybe it just,
Alexander's
maybe the
watching.
ghost said Alexander. That's
Alexander, if you're in the room, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't say that. No. You don't,
Why are you saying
don't
shit
say
like that, man? Like,
you don't
let's
say
be honest.
that, Patrick. No.
Alexander, are you here?
That's all right.
Don't
Let's
say
all
that.
right.
Don't let
Well,
us know,
guys,
Alex.
it's been nice being here.
It says answer him.
Oh, no. Well, all right.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Telling
There it was.
you.
There it was.
I didn't have anything to do with this.
A real thing.
Why did we not hear it when we were recording?
I have no clue. I guess it was added in post. I guess is what happened.
All right, one more time here.
Burning in hell. Yeah, right there.
Burning.
Just
Right
kidding.
beside you. It says burning. Now it says Alexander.
Alexander. Burning Alexander.
I'm trying to make it say evil.
Burning Alexander.
Your mother so sucks that smell.
It's like a cool new wave or new metal band, Burning Alexander.
Yeah,
It
well.
is.
So does that mean I'm possessed by someone named Alexander?
Maybe. Or maybe
It's
Alexander's
possible.
here. Or maybe it just,
Alexander's
maybe the
watching.
ghost said Alexander. That's
Alexander, if you're in the room, let us know.
Oh, yeah. That is ridiculous.
Please don't.
All right, now what was pointed out to us, this is actually before the timestamp that was sent to us.
Right, yeah.
That said you need to listen at this one, and I think it was an hour and 4 minutes in, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bump this up to right before, I'm going to go to 3:25. An hour, 3 minutes, and 25 seconds into the show. You know what really takes away the scariness of this app?
What's that?
Are the ads that run at the bottom.
I mean, it's
I
nothing-
didn't
nothing's
pay
free.
for it.
Yeah,
They
it's the
gotta
free
make
version.
money
It's the
somehow.
Free version.
Yeah.
Listen, Paula's got to make her money.
What in the world? That is not cool.
I'm telling you. Would I not bring you in on this?
No, you wouldn't. Back to that gate from hell. While that's going, what do you mean? You think that's all BS?
How long ago was that?
It's been like 10, 15 years ago. By the way, we could be running out of time because you're recording on a battery-powered.
Right.
Paula, let me know if my batteries are running out.
Maybe Paula will kill
So
the
we're coming
batteries, damn it. Look, it's cutting right now.
A 1989 broadcast.
Oh, really?
The hell stuff, yeah.
Paula, if you're with us, make the lights blink.
Listen, when you
Please
look
stop
back
doing
down and it says something crazy, that's on you.
It doesn't. It says Paula.
Well, it's about to say something crazy, too.
I heard that.
It's not going to say anything.
I'm gonna let
crazy.
you know. I almost puked when it said answer.
Yep, see? Yep.
I'm gonna let
Yep.
you know that.
That's the big one. That's the
big
one that everybody
Yeah.
seems to be able to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
But apparently, and I've gone through and listened to the last 15 minutes. I think something's coming in through the board.
There's no... Yeah, something is coming to the board. It's either you added that or something scary.
So I would like you to go and listen to, if you haven't listened, listen to the whole episode, but we need some help. Go listen to the last 15 minutes of that show and let us know what you think it might be.
It's scary. For
I
sure.
think I think we were playing tons of stuff and that's what's coming through.
But the audio was brought down. You couldn't hear anything but random spurts of sound.
I don't know.
What we heard was like constant sound, not a...
These ghosts speak Latin. We didn't do anything that we said we were going to do
That's fine. Maybe next week. Huh?
on this episode.
That's
Except
totally
talk about The Mandalorian.
And Disney Plus in general.
Yeah.
It's a big week for that.
Yeah, enjoy Disney. I can't wait to see the next episode.
Yeah.
And we'll come back next week and talk about episode 2 of
Yeah.
The Mandalorian. There's only 8,
Yeah.
right? They're just doing 8. But
Yeah.
they've already said there's going to be a second season.
Right.
Right. And can we spoil the first episode? And
Sure. Next week we'll spoil that.
Okay.
We won't talk about episode 2 yet,
Right.
but we'll spoil episode 1. How about that?
Exactly.
There you go.
And we'll have, because and I didn't want to get into this because it would take us into spoiler territory, but you've got some theories that what happens in The Mandalorian we may actually
Yeah.
see affect
Maybe less theories, but hopes.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker. That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you can check us out on Twitter at Adam and JP.
And Facebook.com/AdamandJP.
Yeah, that's it.
Every time I forget what it says.
Or email us adamandjp@gmail.com.
Right, yeah.
Which Andrew did. We actually
man, it's been
read Andrew's email. And then it didn't make it out.
But next week,
We'll release Andrew.
well, it'll happen again. It's been a month delay. I'm so
gonna
sorry.
run wild right on this show. I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
You've been eating your Disney Plus podcast roll.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. Get him, Jay. Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like Han G rapping his prime. I'm Young H.O., raps Grateful Dead. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low, but the yacht got a triple deck. But when you young, what the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open in him with no pen? Just draw inspiration. Who you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap imitations of these generations? Hardcore, do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. What the hell are you waiting for? Look what you made me do, look what I made for you. Knew if I paid my dues, how will they pay you? When you first come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wave to you. From Marcy to Madison Square, to the only thing that matters is just a matter of years. As fate would have it, J status appears to be at an all-time high. Perfect time to say goodbye. When I come back like Jordan, we're in the 4-5. It ain't to play games with you, it's to aim at you, probably maim you. If I owe you, I'm blowing you to smithereens. Cocksucker, take one for your team. And I need you to remember one thing. I came, I saw, I conquered. From record sales, sold out concerts. So motherfucker, if you want this encore, I need you to scream till your lungs are sore.